What's going on, guys? True Oz here, or Oscar with DownRightUpLeft.com, and today we're here with Steffen, creator of Forced.
True,
right?
True, yeah. Not the only one, but
Forced 2, The Rush. What's new? What's different? I mean, when's it coming out? What can we expect?
so it's really different from the first one. It's kind of like the first one was on this really badass gladiator school. You had to graduate or die. And this is the continuation of that. Now you're you're a selection of the gladiators who actually completed the trials. And now you're fighting like an eternal combat, kind of like if you were a boxing promoter. You have a selection of gladiators, and you choose different matches that you think are fit for them, if you can complete them, and then you earn more gold and can participate in even greater tournaments. So your goal is to become the ultimate champion. But the really unique thing about it is that you're playing small matches against the boss, and the matches consist of a selection of arenas. These are randomly made, and in between each arena you select, or you get to draw cards from your deck that you yourself built before you went to the match. So it's kind of like a blend between Binding of Isaac and Hearthstone. You sort of like, you have your 30 cards that you yourself selected, you go to the match and then you randomly draw the cards, and then you start building your character in that way. But you never really know how it's going to turn out. You just have your dream while you build the deck.
I noticed, so I got a chance to play the demo just now. How do you find more cards? Is that randomly generated? Or rather, I know it's randomly generated, but like, is there a way to, I don't know, find more?
Definitely there are. It's not where you buy booster packs, kind of like in Hearthstone. It's more like a living card game. There's like a ground package, which is the game when you get it, and there will be a huge amount of cards that you get based on the matches that you win. So the higher up you get in the gladiatorial ranks, the bigger the odds are for you to get really unique cards. So it's not about purchasing them, it's more like a Diablo approach where it's about you having a chance to get the cool items, basically.
Now, Force 1?
Yeah.
What's the difference? Because I believe that was more focused on co-op, yeah?
It was, yeah. Force 1 was also about, that was basically our attempt to do a really accessible instance experience from World of Warcraft. You go in there with 2 to 3 friends, and then you tackle on a really hard challenge. And you try to communicate a lot about that and so on. We also had this flying orb. We are making this game way more approachable in single player, whereas the first one, it kind of like had single player tagged on and was not what you should enjoy about the game. Now it is in single player here, and then we'll in the future, once we've championed the single player, we'll do a two-player co-op mode as well.
So that's coming out, or it's in development, I would imagine, or you're eventually going to be releasing that.
What, the single player? Or?
Well, obviously it's single player now. Yeah. For multi. Is that something that you're?
It might take. I have no clue. We are aiming at doing this single player first, and we'll be going for an early access release in September on Steam. Then we'll be listening to the community and so on, what should we prioritize and stuff like that. But we have a ton of things we want to do now. But at the end of the day, like, the whole team really loves co-op, and I think our community does as well. So we're gonna focus on doing that at some point. In Force we did everything at once, and it was so complex to balance and do online play and so on. Now we're gonna do one thing at a time and really do that well.
Just build off of that.
Yeah.
Perfect that first. Now I noticed in the menus earlier on, there were set number of characters that were there. Are those all of the levels that are on there, or are there additional levels afterwards?
So you mean how many champions you can choose from?
I believe in the beginning, in like the menu, there's like little warps, and once you defeat that boss, you progress to the next one.
Yeah. But that is just like the tutorial flow. So the main campaign looks way different. In terms of champions, there will be more champions that there were in the first one, and they're also deeper because they have like their own unique cards that you can collect, and they really change their abilities and give them new options. I think we have 5 champions right now. We only brought 2 to the conference, and we're gonna perfect them. Maybe make one more, and that will be kind of like what we're aiming for September. But maybe I shouldn't tell too much about like the scope. It might change a lot. Yeah.
Fair enough. And how much? Where can we get it?
Steam early access around September. It will come on consoles as well, but that will take more time. Force 1 is actually hitting PS4 and Xbox One within 4 or 5 months or so, and this one will as well. eventually. I don't know what the price tag will be. I have no clue, but guesstimate would be maybe 15 for early access, 20 when it's finally done. But I'm not sure.
Oh, that's Force 2. That's Steffen. Play 2 drill, guys.